Good morning, everybody, everywhere. Hope everybody is staying warm wherever you are at. Is here in the Sunshine State. We're getting ready for what everyone thinks might be the last gasp of cold blasts. And soon as you wake up, you're going, okay, 40s, yay. But it's nice and cool because, as the memes say, we're going to get ready for 6 long months of, instead of complaining about the cold, it'll be complaining about the heat. As I always tend to say, Florida during the summertime is sort of the feels like is you're walking on the sun, seriously. But of course, the big shoe, the main story tonight, of course, has to be Final Four, both games today, 5:14, of course, Houston and Baylor, and then the later game, more of the prime timey-ish type game, UCLA and Gonzaga, as you have a 1 and a 1, and then a 2, and then you have an 11 sticking in there. As of course, we'll see who ends up cutting down the nets. Finally, when all is said and done, the one shining moment after probably one of the most unpredictable March Madnesses in quite some time. Different schedule, different setup. A lot of the chopped teams that were used to seeing in the tournament not there. My pick still alive. Gonzaga, not that I actually picked every game, because I actually did that one year. I think it had to be easily close to an hour, and the bracket was just as destroyed as if I had done an autofill. So ever since that year, I'm like, you know what, screw it. I'm just autofilling it, and Gonzaga was my totally, completely random roll. So, hey, not a bad random roll. And then we'll see after these games and all the dust settles who comes out of it for the one shining moment. I promise I won't sing the song. Monday at 9 p.m. What is it with national championships? 9 p.m. for the basketball championship. For the college football championship, at 8 p.m.? Can't we move these back a little bit? 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock. The Super Bowl has the right idea when it comes to start. 6:30, because of course that whole 6:17, 6:18, or whatever it usually is, that's a lie. It usually never starts until about right at 6:30, but still, 6:30 would be better than 8 o'clock for the college football championships and 9 o'clock for the college basketball championships. Can we move these back just a little bit? Because when all is said and done, it's 11 o'clock, 11:30 when these games are done. So it should be interesting to see what happens as far as that go. And okay, that's enough basketball talk for now. I've got a little drop of basketball to interject in a little bit, but I think it's time for some football.
Time for a football play action pass on the Sports Shuffle.
And of course, story number one that we've got to start out with has to be, yes, Jimmy Garoppolo after what could be called the most honest press conference in years by the 49ers, because I know that John Lynch's mannerisms were talked about a lot. You're going, okay, are they really expecting us to swallow that Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be the starting QB when the 2021 season in San Fran opens up? So this is, of course, from at NFL Dove, D-O-V, Kleinman, who's an independent NFL reporter, and it's a verified account, because, you know, with all the fakeroo accounts out there, and anytime there's like trade news or boom, bang, and you have all these guys trying to parody the Adam Schefter account, the Ian Rappaport account, or like in baseball, the John Hyman account. It's just the amount of fakeroos is just absolutely ridiculous out there. So actual account. But according to this, the 49ers are asking for a first-round pick in a trade for quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo from at Mike Girardi, quoting the source. 49ers plan: draft a QB with third overall pick, let him learn for a year, in the process rebuild Garoppolo's damage value following injury-filled season 2020, trade him in 2021 for a better pick instead of settling for less in a trade. Now, if they can get a first now, they'll move him. Garoppolo has had a no trade clause for 2021, but not for 2022, which means that it'd be much easier to trade him in 2022 than this year. 49ers will probably be able to get a better pick in 2022 if he plays well in 2021, instead of trading him less this year and only with permission. So it will be interesting to see how the whole quarterback situation plays out in San Francisco, because Garoppolo, of course, survived the whole free agency frenzy. But okay, just get just a little bit of drama. Of course, story number 2 from the football play action pass here. All the Deshaun Watson lawsuits filed. I think at this point you just put the infinity symbol out there. And then all the talk and the chatter. He's only wanted people to see a certain image. And now one just sort of has to wonder, okay, was he as squeaky clean as we always thought he was? There was one football player who apparently, I forget which social media post it was, but apparently the football player ended up replying that they only use one massage therapist, I think, for the whole season or the whole year. So they ended up thinking that it was kind of weird. I think it was in reply to a Pro Football Talk, a Mike Florio or somebody on the staff of Pro Football Talk, and they were replying to that thinking it was a bit weird that Deshaun Watson had all of these different massage therapists, but then of course the tweet was deleted. So it's kind of like, yeah, okay, I guess they didn't want to step on any toes, who knows. But Houston PD, via their Twitter today, a complaint filed a report with the Houston Police Department concerning Deshaun Watson. As with any allegation, the Houston Police Department is now conducting an investigation and will not comment further into the investigative process. So, finally, an actual legal acknowledgement from the Houston Police Department. As of course, we know the last thing before this that they end up sending out was, you have all these gajillion lawsuits out there. Of course, I'm using hyperbole, but it feels like that. And then you end up having the Houston Police Department going, okay, we haven't received any official filings from anyone, even with all these lawsuits out there. Well, now apparently they have a complaint. And finally, on the lighter side, from quarterback drama in San Francisco to a very rough time of it for Houston that just can't seem to get a break in any sport. You have Deshaun Watson in football. You had the Houston Astros in baseball and all the cheating. And with more fans and a more regular season, you're already having the trash can banging by the fans. You're already having the signs. It's going to be a long year, Astros. Just get used to it. Then, of course, you had the James Harden drama, and So here's something a little bit on the light side from college football, and this is from Scott Wolf of Inside USA. You want to talk about moxie? This is the very definition of moxie with a little bit of chutzpah sprinkled in there. How about this? A guy showed up off the street who wanted to be a walk-on and found his way into the McKay Center. He got a hold of a helmet, jersey, and went out to football practice. He was actually catching punts when somebody finally wondered who this guy was. Some USC staff detained him. They called campus security, which came and picked him up. So, +1, as they say on online gaming, for that guy moxie, chutzpah, and confidence. Well done, sir. And now, started off talking about the Final Four. Just want to interject just as sort of an interesting game from the NBA. Yeah, Joel's talking NBA. You know it has to be weird.
You are on fire with a Sports Shuffle Hardwood Hustle.
And the Toronto Raptors, yes, apparently had quite a night last night as they finally decided to play good basketball for apparently first time in a month. And if you're going to do that, you might as well go all out. Toronto 130, Golden State, Toronto Raptors 130, Golden State Warriors 77. Wah, 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 wah. And of course, the Vegas data. Toronto was a 5-5 favorite, opening up at -1.5, opening over under 227, down to 219. And it's safe to say that the Raptors covered by 47.5 points. Let me say that again. 47.5 points. I can imagine somebody on DraftKings or FanDuel doing a Raptor stack and just going then on the flip side, I'm sure you had some people who did a Raptor stack and still somehow lost, because that's how DFS works. It does. That's why I don't do it anymore. Hockey ducky. So the obligatory, because you have the new Space Jam movie coming out soon. Obviously, the Raptors must have had some of Michael's secret stuff before the game. Yay! So, how about that? Good on you, Raptors. Good on you.
It's time for the fail of the day.
And finally, there's this. I know all of us have been there at least once when you're waiting in the Burger King drive-thru and they are taking forever, right? It's always chicken sandwiches or French fries that they run out of, or both. And you're going like, "Aki ducky, where's my food?" Well, apparently somebody did not, and this is from Memphis, Tennessee. Someone apparently did not take too kindly to the wait time at a Burger King drive-thru. Headline, actual headline: woman shoots at Burger King employees over wait time at a drive-thru, police say. A drive-thru order turned violent Tuesday when a woman opened fire into a Memphis Burger King, according to Memphis police. The Memphis Police Department said it all started when a woman got angry about how long she was waiting for her foods at a Burger King on Winchester Road. According to MPD, the woman was in the drive-thru line when she got out of her car, walked up to the window, and started arguing with a Burger King employee. Burger King surveillance video showed the woman pull out a black handgun from her car, lean into the drive-thru window, and open fire. Luckily, none of the employees were hit, and the workers took off running through a back door, police said. So, next time you think you're having a bad day, I think someone's probably about to have a worse one, because they end up getting way too upset because of a wait time. I don't think the appropriate way of handling having too long a wait time is pulling out a gun and shooting at the employees. That probably is not going to help your case too much. And that's it for today's Sports Shuffle audio update here on the Saturday right before Easter. Happy Easter, If you celebrate it, if you don't, I hope you have a very good Sunday tomorrow, regardless. But hey, I think regardless of if you do or you don't, I think you can still eat chocolate eggs, right? Yeah, I don't think there's any kind of regulation or anything. But anyway, that's it for me. Hope you have a fantastic, fantastic Saturday. We'll see who's in the national championship game for Monday. And hope you've enjoyed me yakking at you for about roughly 16-ish plus minutes and some odd seconds. Take care, and I'll yak at you next time. This has been the Sports Shuffle with your somewhat talkative host, the Tampa Motor Mouth, Joel Frill.